All right, let's look at Emil's, and Brittany's going to read. This is great to see it all coming together like this, people. Can you see, Brittany?
Yes, I was taking a note about sunshine. Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, it's not sunshine, it's rainbow video.
Rainbow video. Oh, thank you.
They're down on 8th Avenue, I think across from Ripley Greer.
Oh.
But you can find the DVD on Amazon.
Hopefully if that's
the 20th anniversary release DVD. HBO did it.
They did? Okay. So I'll probably find it because I'm on Amazon. Hopefully that'll be better. I'm reading this at Mommy, I Need You.
Yes.
Yep. Let me.
Emil, you
Yeah.
don't need to write all this stuff. Look for the transcript. No explaining.
Oh, okay.
Resist the need to feel like you have to explain anything. It gets in your way as a writer.
Yeah.
Just start with the story.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Brittany.
I cannot fathom being taken away from my mommy. Separation. Separation is separation. Guatemala, Honduras, Philippines. Mom died 20 years ago. So hard. Clementina Towers.
Okay, I need to stop you.
Let me take my dog out. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Let me stop you because you're so low.
I am.
Brittany, I can barely hear you. Can you turn up?
Hold on. Let me see. Maybe this might help. Let me see if I can put like a mic on. Give me a moment. Let me
Oh, louder. You're louder.
Oh, it's louder?
Yeah,
It's louder?
And your mouth needs to be really close to the iPad. That's why this sounds a little muffled. You're on an iPad. Your mouth needs to be closer. So what I would suggest next time is that you load is that you jump on Zoom on your laptop and use the iPad for looking at. I don't know why you guys don't just use two different screens on your laptop, but that's just what I'm saying. All right.
All right. Let me see if that I can read and do this at the same time because I have a Bluetooth.
Great. That's much better. Let's start at the top.
Okay. It should be linking together.
Can you see it?
Okay, can you guys hear me better?
Yeah.
I can see it. Can you hear me better?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I cannot fathom being taken away from my mommy. Separation is separation. Guatemala, Honduras, Philippines. Mom died 20 years ago. Still hard. Clementina Towers. She lived there. I lived in the burbs and would dutifully visit on the weekends. She lived with me. Then she returned to the city. She wanted to stay in San Francisco. She left her heart there and her heart doctors. So she stayed on Clementina. In the south of Market, where Filipinos began in America and where they go home to die. My mom, little woman, mean, pitbull mommy, no chihuahua, small, but from Tondo, the tough part of Manila, where Uncle Tino had a printing press, and those with a dream went to cockfights. I visited him in 1983 on the walls of his step up from the hut home. I saw lizards on the walls. They ate any roaches. Mom spent World War II in a different Tondo, working a dress shop, hiding under a sewing machine, trying not to get raped by the Japanese soldiers who occupied Manila. She won barely. A Spanish patron saved her. Lola Angelita was her angel. Took her to America and dropped her off in San Francisco. And that's where she met my dad, who arrived in 1928 and survived Manila Town. Spent 20 years waiting to meet someone like my mom. From my memory, Mom had horn-rimmed glasses and a Filipina penchant for gowns with shoulders. She dressed for the Guino parties and did her hair, always her hair, set, just right. And then the color, black, always black, like young, fresh coffee. Later in life, she walked with a cane, her baston. I would drive her to a salon on Clement Street that transformed her to a queen. Queen for a Day was on TV in my youth. She returned the favor and made me king. Entered me in a photo shoot contest. We won. King of downtown San Francisco, they called me. Gave me a crown and a trophy. And a free portrait package. Black and white. No color. Life was not that real yet. Her friends called me king. Name didn't stick. Not even a little. Not even the little Willie. Not even the name Little Willie for my dad. Not Maze. It was just Emil. Emiliano Malley Jr., not King. But Mom, still the queen. And I had her love. And every day, she had a birthday gift for me. A B-Day gift. No, not a B-Day. Not a B-Day. It was French. A bidet. Yeah. My mom was my human bidet. Caretaker mom. Like a nurse. Only I was 5 or 6 and still learning hygiene. And Mom believed in hygiene. She wouldn't let her boy go out all dirty. She was a protector. Anything I needed, just call. And I did. Mommy, I need you. Mommy, I need you. Just like that. Those notes. That key. It was our theme. It was the call. And she responded. If she didn't hear it, I just kept calling. Sometimes it was playful. Sometimes it was stern. It was our thing. Not much of a code. Everyone knew. Mommy, I need you. Mommy, I need you. Jeanette MacDonald and Nelson Eddy, Beyonce and Jay-Z. It was a love call. I'd call and call and call. Eventually she'd hear. She was always there. She was never not there. She came with the same plastic pitcher, marked on the sides in ounces and cups and quarts. She knew exactly how much to bring. And she knew she would be there and I would be bend dutifully. And she washed me with the pitcher and her hand, a mother's touch. Clean, so clean. It was love, not toilet training. That's materialistic. This is love, militaristic. But all good things must end. Why should this end? If Mom left, who would I call? This was what you call a significant other. Without her, there would be a void. To share in this everyday bidet celebration. Of course, Mom and I, we kept it regular. A mother's love, a son's respect, in the name of hygiene and cleanliness. Mommy answered the call and took care of business. She cleansed and made me pure till I needed her again. And there she'd be with her reassuring touch. Who would be there, other and her love? She was preparing me for life. She left me know when I was clean. She left me know when I was clean. I would do anything. It had to stop one day. Of course, things change. In just a few short years, she'd be wiping my ass, not wiping it. A few more years, and it was me helping her to the last day. She called me, and there I was, mostly, to sit with her while she prayed the rosary. Always pray, always pray. That was her refrain. Because maybe MacGyver was on TV with the sound down, always in a jam. Prayer helped, and I would keep her company. Then one time, I helped her to her bath and watched her fall through my arms. I dropped my mother. I failed her. The beginning of the end. It was so different from that satisfying, emptying feeling she gave me. The cleanse of love, a mother's touch. Only a mother could give. Mommy, I need you. Mommy, I need you. Her touch. I'll always remember her touch.
Hold on just a second. Emil, that was lovely. What did you learn?
I don't know. This is one of those stories that I've been, you're talking about stories that are always there. I mean, I call them seminal stories, and I just have never put it down. And so this is a story that's been sort of like rolling around, and I'm trying to, there's a lot of exposition. There's some, I don't know. I learned that I didn't have to be fun. In parts, in previous iterations of it, I was trying to be funny.
Yes.
But one of the things about, like, I'm a big John Leguizamo fan too. I've seen all this stuff, and I've seen him live. I've talked to him, and he goes for the jokes all the time. He's got a stand-up thing. And one of the things I like about solo is that you don't have to do that. That when you die as a comic, you live as a solo performer. When
That's really profound. We're going to keep you around. I'm going to write that down.
Oh, when no one laughs as a comic, you think you bombed, you think you died. But that's when you start living as a solo. That's what you want. That's why I went to one open mic not too long ago, and I was doing my show, part of my show that I thought had laughs, and people were just staring. But that's because that was a stare, that was a connection moment, and we're just going for these different connections. So there are things when I would write in this. Initially, I would write for laughs or write for a kind of a smile or something. But I noticed it was just kind of silent. And then when I wrote this because I've been dealing with my father so much. I left out my mom, and my mom was not a part. I needed a mom story. So I'm trying to develop a mom story to stick in, and this is the mom story that came out. So part of it is mining those silences and just getting the audience to go from, I heard someone say, you just want an audience to go from like this, where they're falling asleep, to like, moving forward, right? And they're like into it. And they're not reacting. They're reacting, but they're not laughing. They're just connected. So what I learned from that, and from, I've been playing around with the blank verse, the poetic forms, and it was nicely coincidental that you were talking about breaking it up with breaths, so that we have a kind of an organic sort of iambic pentameter with no rhyming couplets, just going for it. And so I started reading more poetry the last couple of months, just to get a sense of rhythm and to get a sense of the compactness of the language. And so as I rewrite this, that's what I'll be going for, to not to make this into like a sonnet or something, but to try to like to grab the juice or to grab it and get all the juice I can in a sort of concentrated form, so that when I'm performing, I'm just like giving the audience the crack of my life, right? This is it. This is the concentrated form. And you can smoke it or vape it, but this is the crack. So
Can I just say that, like, I really think that's just super duper, and I'm just saying for me, and I know nothing, a super strong story about your mom. Like the way that you were describing her working in a factory and sewing and just trying not to be raped. I think there's such a dialogue, a theme that can be made there to convey who she is and as a woman. Not so much, to harp on, on the rape and, and so much of that, but just on, her human condition. I felt in all of that a super strong story of your mother's. Not of yours. I know that there was a bit of yours that, you felt a little, that you were trying to be there for her when, she was there for you always and wiping your butt when it came time to wipe hers, maybe you fell through. But I think her story, for me, is so much more powerful. And I think that from where you're trying to fit in a story of your mom, this could, and I haven't read, any other of your stuff, but that to me was super powerful. Like, I would love to be more immersed in that scene of the mom and the function and her struggle and who she is as a woman, because I think that's super important.
Emil?
yeah.
I would love you to write this from your mom's perspective. But for now, I don't think you should cut this. I think you're figuring out something about structure and how you want to tell story. And you're right that the first script you sent me, you were working for laughs and it got in the way of the story. And now you're just telling a story. And the laughs will come as they need to. So let go of it. It's why I tell my clients not to watch John Leguizamo or Robin Williams for that matter. Because the more people need to make jokes, the more fucked up they are.
I think that's a powerful story right there. That's like,
so I really believe it's important to stay away from, it's just like when I tell actors who are training with me, stop watching bad acting. Stop watching bad solo work. Because as I said, when we began working together, I'm teaching you how to be a great writer, not a stand-up comedian or a spoken word. A great writer who reflects on life, right? And has aha moments and revelatory moments. Theater is church, right? You're there to learn about life and to feel empathy and to not be entertained and blow up somebody's career. You don't need to take my class to do that, right? Story. We really like tweets, which is all stand-up is. If it's not very evolved, it's tweets. There are a few comics that go deep, but still, that's actually not really in anymore. We don't have a lot of Richard Carlins, a lot of Richard Pryors, Lenny Bruce's. We don't have those anymore.
Everything's fast food now.
Yeah, we want tweets. So, and there's a place for that, but that's not what I teach. I teach you how to be a great writer. And so you're on to something here. So continue selling story like this. And the only thing I would edit, I don't think there's too much exposition. I think we have enough of what we need to understand the story. I would just make sure that you stay in the poetry format because you jump out of it sometimes. And you have these long lines. So just skip to the next line. That's my only note. Leave the rest alone. Don't do anything else. Tell the next story. All right? So I need more transcripts from you guys. Not Sula. Sula's sending like 10,000 of them. Need much more work.
I feel like I'm not sending enough.
Okay.
The first class, Sula sent me like 7. I was like, calm down. You're not going to get at what your solo show is. And this is for Anne, who keeps emailing me. And should I do this and should I was like, you should start by doing the homework. You're like, you can't answer any of these questions if you don't do the work. What are we talking about? What are we working on? If there's no work, I can't give you notes. And the morning pages, I learn how to stay on the page. If you have no morning pages, you have no script. I'm sorry. That's what it is. The morning pages are learning how to write a little every day. And eventually, the story will emerge from the morning pages, right? So it's about not being result-oriented in the writing, because great writing comes out of learning how to write, not learning how to get a result. Just sort of how it works. So I want you to continue. By now, we've been at this. Is this our third class? That's 21 days. What's 21 times 3? 63? You should have at least 63 morning pages written. At least. It should be up to 5 morning pages a day. Transcripts. We've had 3 classes. You've met with partners. You should at least have 2 transcripts every time you meet with a partner. 3 weeks. There should be 6 transcripts sent to me. We have nothing to work here.
Wait. We do 2 per session?
I would like you to do 2 per session.
So we tell 2 stories?
Yes, you already did that.
Oh, okay.
So you gave me like 3. You need to at least do 3. If you can do more, because sometimes you're going to find there's a lot of story. Fine. But there should be at least 2 stories told. For next week, pick out 3 slips from your dream jar and tell 3 stories. We have no script until you write. So much more writing, okay? Bueno. If it helps you, when you go back to look at this tape, it's on YouTube. It's unlisted, but it's on YouTube. You can turn on the subtitles. Some of them may be funky, but some of them may be dead on, and it's easier to transcribe. Just a little trick I've learned. Are there any questions?
So it wasn't on the Badass blog as a part, like the last one. This because I had a hard time finding the previous class. It's on YouTube as. Can you send the YouTube link?
No, I send you a link to the class. So, Emil, all you ever have to do is go to the Dream Unlocked.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And click on clients. You're a client.
Oh, yeah. That's me.
And then look, I'm already signed in, so it gives you. So you look on clients, and it'll tell you where your page is.
Okay, gotcha.
Doing the 6-week page.
Okay.
12-step programs. Let's do something funky. How to write a solo show class.
Okay.
That's it. What I said in my email for you guys is that you should be doing. You should have done all of this. So much of what I'm saying would not be Greek if people had done this work.
There's a link that's there because I was getting some of it done. There's a link that is not working.
So then
there's one
needs to do. You know what you need to do then?
I have to show you the stuff, right?
No.
I'm gonna show you what it is.
Go down here and tell me what link isn't working.
I got you.
Like the other people who bought it who send me questions, right? So like Nick has been sending me questions, and that way I can see exactly where you're talking about. So go in and make the comments. So I know people ain't been on this page as much as it because I don't have comments. I only have them from a couple of people who bought just this class who were like, how should I do this? I was like, well, if you're in the how to write a solo show class, you should have done week 1, the first week you registered, it was sent to you. Now that you're actually in this class, you should be trying to do module 1 in a day, in a weekend. It's not that hard. This is the Dreaming Out Loud ritual. Then the next day, go to module 2 and just listen. It's not rocket science. All the classes are being loaded. So we're going into week 4, correct?
Yeah.
Este es porque you need to do the class so you can keep up. The recorded classes are at the bottom of this. Where did I put it? Where? Solo class 1.
Oh, that's us?
Yes.
Okay.
6-week solo class, master class 6. But again, you need to do all this. I asked for homework as a result of these classes. I've not gotten that.
Right.
Does everybody recall the email that I sent?
Yeah, you wanted the big takeaways from the first. I forget which module, but I remember the homework. Then I couldn't finish it, but I got you. I got the thing that I'm gonna comment on. I got you.
So don't be fucking worrying about, you know, what do you call it? You should have a shit ton of homework to do. I love it. Don't you like my email titles?
Yeah.
You have a shit ton. A shit ton.
How much?
You know how to a shit ton. Okay? All right. So, transcribing homework. You should meet with your partner and transcribe from your sessions. We're doing week 3. I expect 3 separate transcripts in my inbox this Thursday. That didn't happen. 12 noon on Thursday. Great. 12 steps. You should be doing 1 master class per day. Okay. Coño. Hello. I don't send emails for my health. Now, if you don't do the homework, by the end of this, the 500, 600, 700, whatever, I don't know how you did the payment plan or whatever you paid me, is a waste because you'll have 10 pages. When conceivably, you could have 200 pages if you do the homework. Okay? BTW, if you do this class and you do the homework, you can take the 12-week. But you have to do this class and do the homework. If you do this class and you don't do the homework, you can take the 6-week again. This class is going to be rolling. But you have to do the homework to move into the 12-week, because the 12-week is about get a first draft, like a working first draft. It means you just got to do a lot of writing. So much of writing is self-driven. You only see me once a week, but you should be writing every day, writing or recording, right? So the only thing that's going to change about homework this week, and I would like you to go to, I'm going to put it in the page, right? Is that as you tell stories now, I would like you to tell the story, then tell the same story in another character's voice. It's mentioned in the story. That's how we're going to change it. And do as many recordings as you can. You only need to transcribe 2 for me, but if there's more, make more. Get this writing down on the page. Okay? Okay. Coño, carajo, este. Okay. Are there questions? Hello?
So when we tell it in the other character's voice now, we're telling it also like from their perspective, yeah? So they're telling you the exact same thing over,
yes.
But from their perspective.
Yes.
Got it.
Any other questions?
So does it change the text? It does change the text a bit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Depends on the character.
Right.
So you would put the monologue that you shared with us today in your mom's voice.
Right.
And tell it as her. And really get in her voice. It means you have to think back, listen, and channel. Right. So you're not going to know what's going on in class until you do all these modules.
Right.
So I'm going to put the homework. So what I would like you guys to do.
6 modules, correct? There's 6 on the website right this second. 6 modules.
Yes. Yes. I'm working through 5 and 6 because they're basically your classes from previously. But I've gotten no homework from all this other stuff.
Okay.
And there's a lot of good juicy stuff in here. Especially you have 3 mini video tutorials, plus you have a 2-hour class. It's really important. So y'all got shit to do.
I gave you that out. I gave you that outline. Also the what was it? The movie, right? You one the opening scene.
We don't need to do it. We'll come back to outlines. Y'all haven't created enough. You haven't created enough raw content yet for us to be dealing with the outline. I had hoped by now you had more raw content. So we need a good 100 pages.
Yeah.
Get to work. You can't outline when they've been written. Hello? Just a thought. You can't outline when they've been written. All right. So I'm going to add homework. What I would like you to do is every day, check this page. Okay?
Which page?
The 12-step how to write a solo show. This is your class page. This is where all of the videos will be loaded. This is your class page.
Okay.
Under
12 steps
under.
how to write a solo show.
Oh yes, but like the page that we're checking under what module? Because like we. You know what? I think I'm asking. I think I get it. I think I
If
see.
you have a question, you put it in the comments of the module you want. I get a pop-up message that says you have a message.
Okay.
All right? If your classes will be loaded as according to the week. The solo class 1. I have to load 2 and 3. Or did I put that in a playlist? We shall see in a moment. Okay? Questions? Comments? I'm going to update this page now that the class is over. Load recordings. Write down your homework. Questions?
No.
Comments? Thoughts? Concerns? Bueno, I'll look for tons of pages in my inbox on Thursday. If you have questions, put it in the comment section. Don't start a novella. If you have questions that can serve the community, you can put it on the Badass Writer page. No novellas on the Badass Writer page, though. Like long conversations. Oh, no, I really found it. Sula? She's like, what are we going to do? You love to get ahead, Sula. Get back. Oh, I figured it out. I was like, all right. Goodbye. I love you. I mean it. Get to work. Bitches!
Oh, wait, I got one question.
No.
So the 4 o'clock, I'm sorry, the 4 o'clock, it says the Dream Unlocked Writer's Ritual. Yes. 1 hour before. What is that about?
That's
If
the
you had
morning
been doing the modules, you wouldn't know.
Okay, I'm going to go do that.
That's the morning pages thing.
Okay, but is that, but the
If you had been doing the modules, you would know, wouldn't you? So that means you haven't even done module 1 if you don't know what the Dreaming Out Loud ritual is, too.
I watched all the videos.
Oh wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do it, Brittany.
Sorry. Okay, so
You're breaking up, Brittany. You're breaking up, Brittany. You're broken, Brittany.
Can you hear me now?
We'll hear you. Okay.
Gosh, darn it.
We can hear you now. Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So for the Astro class, where we go to that website, and I did it to put in all the info, and I looked up trying to understand exactly what it was telling me because I can't tell house is what, and like when I started to look up like for my thing, they wanted to know what house this was in and this I was under, and I was like, and I looked up some stuff, and I'm still incredibly confused. So, is there anything that can help that homework?
Espérate un momentico. No te preocupes. Déjelo and make sure.
Sorry.
Did you understand what I said?
No, only a little bit of it, because I only speak Spanish maybe about 30%.
Okay. Leave it alone and just transcribe. You guys make me want to speak in Spanish.
What is homework?
Just do your transcription. We will go back to the Astro later. I need pages. Had you been, one more time, if you do module 1 today, you will have tons of pages for me. Do the fucking 12 step. Did I work on putting that page together for fucking 50 hours for you to be like, okay, so can you tell me what you want to do? I had a client who did that. They have a 6-week page, just like you do. They have week to week, just like you do. So the next round of classes is when? To the top of the page, Monday, 7 to 9. But does that mean Monday and Wednesday, 7 to 9? Monday and Wednesday, 7 to 9. And I was like, so basically you're not reading what my team so graciously wrote for you and spent countless hours setting up for you so you could like finish this on your own? Okay, so you want me to then reteach you what I already wrote and made a recording of? Yes? Okay. Fuck you, don't email me again. So he just bought the next class. I have clients like this. I'm just like, what? Oh, I didn't read it. Clearly. But I'm not going to sit here and email you back and forth and tell you what you didn't read. What is it? So, do the modules. That's why, Sula, if you had done the module per the homework, instead of worrying about what the is, you would know what the Dreaming Out Loud ritual is that y'all should be doing before every class.
The morning pages.
That's not the whole ritual. Please
okay, I'm gonna read it.
Module 1 and shut up. Okay? Bye. Love you, mean it. I'm going to update your page now. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Do the 12 step. Okay, bye.